To be pro-choice, it's not a political position. It's really buying into the temptation of Satan that makes a person think they can take the place of God concerning life. Being pro-life is also not a political position. It is the belief that God is the only one who can create life. One day, a scientist decided that humanity had come a long way and no longer needed God. So the scientist walked up to God and said, "God, we've decided that we no longer need you. We're to the point where we can clone people, manipulate atoms, build molecules, and fly through space, and do many other miraculous things. So why don't you just go away and mind your own business from now on?" God listened very patiently and kindly to the man. And after the scientist was done talking, God said, "Very well, how about this? Before I go, let's say we have a human-making contest." To which the scientist replied, "Okay, I can handle that. But," God added, "we're going to do this just like I did back in the old days with Adam." The scientist nodded. "Sure, no problem." He bent down and picked up a handful of dirt. God waved his finger at him and said, put that down. Go make your own dirt." There's a well-known scientist and atheist, Carl Sagan, is quoted as saying, "To really make an apple pie from scratch, you must begin by inventing the universe." Being pro-choice is not a political stance, but rather a giving into the temptation of Satan to, quote, be like God. In the same way, I would say that being pro-life is also not a political standing, but rather when one seeks to follow in God's ways. Human life is precious to God, and so it should be precious to us. God saved the creation of man and woman for last. Nothing is created after Adam and Eve. Another way to look at that could be that God saved the best for last. Being pro-life is following God's ways, who made it a point to save human lives. God performed the miracle of resurrection through the prophets Elijah and Elisha, as well as through the apostles Peter and Paul. And Jesus also raised to life 3 people during his earthly ministry. God loves life. God loves us.